We are Lindsey plus Mike, and we are spending the summer of 2021 traveling across the United States in a fifth-wheel RV. We knew there was a chance we'd have to take at least one of our pets to the vet while on the road, and this week our black cat Raja is the lucky patient. Then we have to move campsites within the campground we're staying at, but nothing is ever that easy.
Because we can't move this thing. While the slides are out, it cannot be moved.
Good morning, world. I'm here at the Del Mar Pet Hospital with my cat Raja, the black one. You've probably seen him in some of our footage. He's got some sort of skin issue going on where he's licked a couple of patches completely bare, and it looks like maybe some sort of fungal infection. He's been treated for this kind of thing once before when he was very young. He's 14 now, and it hasn't happened in about 12 or 13 years, but here we are. And so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm in the car waiting while they just took him in to look him over. He's probably going to come back with some more bald patches because I think they're going to shave the areas where he's been licking just to get a better idea of like what's going on. So I'm just hanging out in the car right now, and this is my start to the day. So the vet came back and said that Raja does not have any skin infection or fungus or anything like that. It's basically just stress, and that it would resolve on its own. Great. Awesome. Except that she then said, "Did you know about this heart murmur that he has?" Nope, we did not. She wants us to take him to a veterinary cardiologist, and then I explained that we're from Michigan and we're traveling, and we don't have like the time to wait a couple of weeks for an appointment to become available. So she is going to make some phone calls and hopefully squeeze us in with somebody that travels to their clinic on a weekly-ish basis or something. So hopefully we'll be able to get Raja seen. They want to do an EKG, an echocardiogram on his heart, and we'll get a plan of action from there. So it's an expensive little kitty, but he's worth it. So in the meantime, we are going to the beach. Okay, husband, tell everybody what happened.
Well, we weren't going to break out the camera today, or at least not for moving sites, because all we're doing is moving from right here to, I don't know, 300 feet down the road to a new site. Should have been easy peasy, right?
It should have been. What happened?
The slides wouldn't go in. We were packing up, we were getting ready, and Lindsey went to pull in the slides, and suddenly I hear, "Husband, the slides aren't moving."
Now, obviously, everybody can see that the slides are in now. Now,
Yep.
good YouTubers would have filmed the whole panicky moment and everything. We're beginner YouTubers.
Yeah, it kind of occurred to me while I was driving, maybe we should have been recording, but honestly, our highest priority was, because we can't move this thing. While the slides are out, it cannot be moved. And we have to be out of the site, and if we couldn't get the slides in, that would mean we'd have to pay a repair guy to come out here and diagnose what's going on. This is our system. You guys may remember this chunk from when our electrical went out about 2 weeks ago, when one of the cords got severed. Well, battery's fine. Now we're looking at this. So this is our hydraulic system for the slides. It's a typical hydraulic system. You got your hydraulic fluid that'll push the pistons in and out and bring the slides in and out. It was not working. We could hear that the motor was running. I could actually, and like all these motors, there's actually a manual override, and I could run the manual override, but nothing was happening. Lindsey thought it might be the fluids, and at first I thought, no, it can't be the fluids, because my rudimentary understanding of a hydraulic system would be if there weren't any fluids, then the extension would retract. I mean, that's a basic hydraulic system.
And the reason I thought it might be the fluids is because the fluid level was like down here.
And we also do have a history of
having leaks.
It's leaking. We knew that.
Yeah, when we bought it, it was leaking, and they fixed it, and
well, they obviously didn't fix it because it is still leaking.
Or it started leaking again.
Yeah.
I don't think it was leaking for a while, but it's obviously started leaking again.
So Lindsey went to go to the store that's on site at the campsite and see if they had any hydraulic fluid, or in this case, automatic transmission fluid, which they didn't. And the guy at the counter, when she was talking to him, said, "Oh, you might have a broken shear pin," which at that exact moment was a
pretty good theory.
Oh crap! That no, actually, I mean, yeah,
it was a
it
good
was.
theory, but it was also a huge, not good moment.
It was an okay theory. The part I haven't told you yet, wife, is there are no shear pins in a hydraulic system.
Oh.
So, no, it's not the shear pin.
I obviously didn't know,
but
know what I was talking about.
At that point, when I hadn't yet researched and looked at YouTubes or anything, I was like, oh no, because if it's a shear pin, then that means it's something mechanical that's like in here where we can't get to, and that would mean
very
repair.
expensive RV repair.
Yep. So, like I just said, I did research. I looked at YouTube videos. We spent a lot of time just trying to figure out, is there a way we can manually retract it so at least we can get out of here and move it? None of that actually came to fruition. So eventually, I called my dad, and we kind of talked through it, and, you know, he doesn't really know too much about hydraulics either, but talking through it, and kind of, that helped, just talking through the issues, and kind of talking about the diagnosis, and what's going on, and ultimately it came down to, we have two options. We can try hydraulic, or automatic transition fluid, or we can call a repair guy. So obviously we're going to try the fluid first before we get to the repair guy.
Yeah.
So I did the about 45 minutes or so round trip to go get some transmission fluid, and it works.
Hooray!
Yeah. So
easy fix, and now, as you can see, oops, well, you can see as soon as I adjust the aperture, the slides are nice and flush. Yay!
it's definitely a win.
Woo!
It's definitely a win, and we're definitely happy and celebrating. But it's also a, okay, we've got
a leak.
We have a hydraulic fluid leak, and we're gonna have to stay on top of that because it's really.
But we know what the problem is, and
yes,
and it's something that we can deal with. So now it's time to hitch this bad boy up. Bad girl. It's time to hitch up. We're moving that away. Let's go.
Well, we had to turn off the camera because we just had to focus. Getting into this site was definitely the most challenging backing up yet. But
I would say this was actually easier for you than the very first time we backed it up. That was
the very first
because
time
it was the very first time.
was inexperience. I would say this was the most technically
challenging for sure.
So, but
show them how.
But we got it in. I have to sacrifice access to the water because the slide is going to be covering it. But hopefully I don't need to get to the water once I've got it hooked up. And we are backed up right to the trees. It's a big girl. But we got it in here, and this is a pretty nice site. So we're gonna level it and continue on with our day. I've still got work to do, and this was quite the ordeal. Boy, it should have been about 45 minutes to move from our last site to this one. It has now been over 3 hours. What a day. So we'll catch you guys later. Hello world. So our outro for this video didn't come out very well, and I only just realized it now as I was editing the video. So I want to take this opportunity to say to you guys, thanks for watching. I put in a lot of work every week to edit these videos. Lindsey puts in a lot of work to make sure we have some nice footage to put in these videos for you all to enjoy. So it means a lot to us that you all watch and, you know, like the videos and keep coming back each week to see them. So I guess that's where we're going to end this video today. If you enjoyed it, as always, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you guys next Wednesday.